about it? That's the greetings in these parts, and when you come to College Station, Texas, you know that the Aggies are ready to gig 'em. Kyle Field will be swaying and electric for this one. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Utah Utes, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Utes will kick it away first. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket? You got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Got it in the middle. It's Damatova.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back and pass, thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
He's moving out of the pocket. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the turn.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. On the move is the 30. Afterburners coming. At the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Utes. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Number 25.
You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Utah 7, Texas A&M 0.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
One of the things I love about bootlegs as a former quarterback is it's sort of a run-pass option yourself, right? You're given the choice and the freedom out in space to just do what the defense is not ready for. And that time, everybody covered in the back end, but no one there accounting for the quarterback. So go get as many yards as you can. Nice job.
Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
How do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
This is a fullback who can be a weapon in this offense. He can block, you can hand it off to him. He can also catch the ball.
That last completion sets them up on second down.
Slide 22. Slide 22.
They'll run it from the gun. Got some room entered to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie.
This is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And right down the middle. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
On the move. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
It's so hard to force fingers. And when you do, you so badly want to get it. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Trying to get to him. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Randall. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. He knew the heat was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfectly. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football, because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the first down, get it out of my hand, get the first down.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied at 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
I love fighting for extra yards, and I'm going to encourage every single one of my running backs, receivers, and tight ends to do it. Just not my quarterback. I really got to understand, listen, the play's over, get down on the ground, don't take too many of those big shots.
They want to run this quarterback. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
No gain on the play. Third down coming.
Looking to pick up a first down on third and short from the 43. Wants to throw. It's Leon. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
On second down, he'll let it fly. They've got the screen set up. Finds a crease at the 20. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Hand off from the shotgun. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to throw, it's Leon. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Man, it's frustrating for a defense. You had him in third down. You had him in a predictable situation. Try to go capitalize on it. What does he do? Pulls that rabbit out of the hat, scrambles around, now puts him right inside the 5-yard line in scoring position. You got to bow your necks. You better get ready for the next play.
On the move. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team.
Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away when you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving. Make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of that.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Backed up deep in their own territory on 2nd and inches. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Leaves it with the running back. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. They're getting this guy lathered up. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Off the play fake. Using his feet to buy time. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. After run, now throw. The sure hands, it's Williams. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
That's it, fly. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can just have unbelievable hands to the mix, because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right, you don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Leon. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Getting some heat. Open space at the 25. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
It's 2nd down.
Second and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah!
Number 18.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Utah.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Still on his feet at the 35. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He's going to pass. Buying some time. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
14. Texas A&M.
The Aggies will kick it off to start the second half.
Number 5. Set to kick it away.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense getting set for first down. They'll open the second half with a run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Second down.
got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man. You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Pressure coming.
Well, the defense obviously went in at halftime. They were trailing on the scoreboard. They needed to make some adjustments, and already they're showing some positive signs. On the very first drive of the second half, they're able to register a sack on third down, looking to get the ball back to the offense.
The Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll haul it in, and he loses the football on the return. He's going to get loose. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my run. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
He leaves it with the back. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Aggies! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by 4 over Virginia Tech. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
It's the runback. He's tackled at the 12-yard line. Second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Leon. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Finds him out of the backfield. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up the decision for this coach.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And how about what confidence? This coach is very confident. 4th down, backed up in my territory, inside my 20, and you go for it? Wow, you better get it, and you did here. So great coaching.
And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Utah.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to move it through the air. Feeling some heat. Still running at the 40. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch them because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
The give from the gun. At the 40, there he goes. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Might as well give it to him again.
Picks up 1. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Leon. Fires and picked off. Got some room to run. The 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great returns to improve this field position.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
The give to the tailback. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
At the 24-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. They'll try to get it through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. Quarterback keeps it. And the Aggies brought to the ground, but not before picking up the 1st. Man, you want to talk about confidence in your running game on 4th down and keep it on the ground from that distance and pick up the 1st down.
That's one of those things in practice, coaches probably like, anybody, any place, anytime, anywhere, this is who we are, we're physical, and they showed it.
They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Give to the running back. He breaks a tackle. Able to get 1 down to the 15.
At the 15-yard line. Brings up 3rd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. And after 3, we're all tied up.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break.
Easy.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a fourth down.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI, and as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Second down coming up. On the run, it's Randall. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Touchdown, Texas A&M. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No. Flip the script. The big six. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you to it.
And they got him. They'll get him down from the sack.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup, and a lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run him that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Takes it the other way. He was finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You want to try the other side of the field.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They go to the ground. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. He now has 111 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. The back goes in motion. The give to the back. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Tamatova.
I like that big, reliable security. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Now on the option. Now the pitch. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Defense has to do a better job of their assignment football trying to slow this option play down. Someone has to account for the dive, the quarterback, and the pitch man. That time they were missing the pitch man outside, and that's why he scored.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by 4 over Virginia Tech. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Fires to the wideout. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
I feel like the defense is just living rent-free inside the quarterback's head right now. Of course, they got the pick last drive, and they almost got a pick right now. Right now, they are fooling this quarterback with pre-snap and post-snap looks. This quarterback doesn't know where to throw it.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright. The least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
The Utes will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch, called for and made. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. To the air on 1st down. Scrambling away. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He fires it out to the right. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. They stretch this lead here in the 4th, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
Salt into your wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time David, they'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, you certainly...
Running toward the tape. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of...
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Trying to take it back. Oh, he was hoping for the pick six. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They'll run the option. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away.
Got it.
Here comes the offense on second down.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
14.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation. And they'll take a knee. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer,